Hello friends from Lexicom, I am Federico and this is a new English Bite. Some words that can be confusing when you translate them into Spanish because sometimes they have the same word in Spanish or because the translation looks like the opposite word in English. So, let's get started. The first two you definitely know, sensible and sensitive. Remember that sensible does not translate into sensible. Sensible translates into sensato. When you want to say sensible in English, you use sensitive. Okay, this one is a little more difficult because they translate the same into Spanish. Especially and especially, there you go. Especially without the E is used when I want to say what is the particular use of something. Like for example, I use this computer especially for work. Especially is when I want to take somebody out of a group, highlight them, make them outstanding. Like for example, I call everybody in my family on Christmas Eve, especially my mother. I am taking out my mother out of the group of all my family to make it more special. I call everybody in my family on Christmas Eve, especially my mother. And here is a new one, the difference between competence and competency. Competence is the ability to do something. For example, most of us have the competence of seeing as long as our eyes are working correctly, or we have the competence of walking as long as we have no problem with our legs. Competency is a special ability to do something, like you're good at it. For example, you have cooking competencies. It means that you're good in the kitchen. Not just that you can cook, but that you're good at it. That was for this English Bite. Stay tuned and remember, Lexicom is your English.